that Tank is over. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do, take us the rest of the way.
You pull up with. We ain't see Calvin. Yeah.
Calvin was there.
Okay.
Calvin was there.
Okay.
I think he came a little late, though. I spoke to him.
During GervontaDavis's recent fight against Lamont Roach Jr., a leaked audio clip revealed a tense moment between Davis and his trainer, Calvin Ford. This happened in the corner between rounds. As Ford tried to wipe sweat from Davis's face and give him instructions, Davis interrupted and said, "You got to stop and listen to me." This was a rare public moment of frustration from Davis toward his longtime trainer. It suggested there might have been communication problems during the fight. The situation added to the night's drama, including a moment in the 9th round when Davis took a knee. He said it was because he had hair grease in his eyes. The referee did not count it as a knockdown, which also became a topic of debate. After the fight, another unusual moment happened. Calvin Ford tried to hug Davis to congratulate him, but Davis seemed to avoid it and walked past Ford to talk to other people at ringside. This public distancing made people wonder if there are problems between Davis and Ford. Their relationship has had challenges recently. About 3 months ago, reports said that Davis and Ford had a professional split. In an interview, Ford talked about it. He said, "People don't understand my pain, my beliefs, and my feelings about many things, but I understand them." Davis also shared his thoughts on the situation. He said he wants to grow personally and take a new direction in his career. He added, "The fewer people you hang out with, the fewer problems you have." Up in the fight against Lamont Roach, Calvin Ford, Tank Davis's trainer, said that Tank didn't perform at the level they had expected. One major issue was that Tank didn't take full advantage of chances to take control of the fight. Instead, he let the fight stay close and competitive. Ford explained that Tank usually likes to punish his opponents, not just go for knockouts. But in this fight, he didn't show that same aggressive style and didn't push himself as much as he could have.
When Tank was walking up, it looked like Coach Cal was about to give him that hug like he always do, and Tank just brushed him off like, "Fuck out of here, nigga." Whoop, excuse me. Fuck out of here, nigga. Now it seemed like Coach Cal on point, so you're not paying Tank no mind. And Tank go over here, he go to this nigga, and watch this shit that he do. He gonna lift his jacket up, and like, our conversation is a secret, I don't want him to hear it, type shit. Like, yo, what's up with Coach Cal and Tank? They really don't fuck with each other? Like, what? And he brush him off again, like, don't touch me type shit. Like, you see?
Roach, on the other hand, stepped up and showed his skills, which made the fight more difficult. Calvin Ford said that both fighters were taking smart, calculated risks, but Tank didn't control the pace or dominate the way he usually does. There were times when Tank could have done more to clearly outshine Roach, but he didn't, so the fight stayed close. Ford suggested that sometimes a tough fight is a good reminder to refocus and return to the high level where Tank belongs. In the end, Ford gave credit to Roach for being well-prepared and tough. He said Roach was able to take punches that would have hurt most other fighters. But Ford also said that Tank should have done more to win clearly instead of letting the fight be so close.
It just went like you said. We looked at 3 rounds. Brian was calling out, "Yo, I need 3. We got 1. I need 2. He got the 2, but he forgot where he was at. He thought he was still in the 8th round. He thought he still had rounds to go.
Thought he still had rounds to go. Thought he was in the 8th round.
He was good. We just couldn't figure out why he wouldn't pick it up.
Right.
At the relationship between Tank Davis and his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford, has recently become a hot topic among boxing fans. One major reason is a moment during Davis's recent fight, where he appeared to avoid a hug from Ford after the match and instead greeted other people at ringside. This action caught people's attention and led to questions about the current state of their partnership. Social media was full of reactions. One Twitter user, Nathan Airley, pointed out a big change in their relationship. He said, He made Calvin Ford the second trainer, and during the fight, he told him to stop giving instructions. I knew it was going to be a bad night after that. Tank without Calvin, Rocker's not champion. Every time Tank has won, it's been after Calvin's advice. Trying to be bigger than the program never works. This tweet shows concern that Tank's choice to reduce Ford's role might hurt his performance. Ford has been more than just a trainer to Davis. He's been a mentor and guide for most of his career. Any problems in their relationship could seriously affect Davis, both personally and professionally. During the same fight against Lamont Roach Jr., another incident happened. While Ford was giving advice between rounds, Davis interrupted him and said, "You gotta stop and listen to me." This moment was caught on audio and spread quickly online, adding to the talk of possible tension between them. Some fans were upset by Davis's tone. A tweet by Marcos Veal said, "Tank telling Calvin, 'Listen to me,' shows disrespect." Many people felt this showed a lack of respect and questioned the strength of their bond. Critics said that trust and good communication between a fighter and trainer are key to success, and this moment made people worry about that. While the true reasons behind this tension are not clear, it has put the spotlight on the relationship inside Davis's camp. As fans and experts continue to talk about the situation, the future of the Davis-Ford partnership remains uncertain. Ford himself has spoken about the matter. He said that his role in Davis's journey had reached its natural end. According to him, Davis had learned everything he could from their time together. Ford described their time as an amazing journey, full of growth and success. Now, many in the boxing world are wondering how Davis will do without Ford by his side, especially since Ford played such an important role in helping him become a top fighter.
For a little bit, and we'll fix that. But nevertheless, I think that made that fight a draw.
This question is for Coach Calvin Ford. This is Matt from Brunch Boxing. Now, we know that Tank has talked in the past about retiring, leaving the game of boxing. As someone that's had Tank since basically he was a pup and you raised him as a boxer and a man, what would you like to see Tank do after tonight?
I like to see Tank to do what he want to do. I said at the last press conference. Y'all got to understand, them guys been doing it since they were little. This might energize them again.
Oh, yeah. In fact, he backstage right now talking about he want a rematch. So,
backstage, he want to go to the gym right now.
Yes, that's what he said. So I think that retirement stuff's out the door.
Yeah, so.
Right here.
Chris Murray, Philadelphia Sunday Sun. I got to ask this question in the sense that you said, Calvin before and for Coach Berry as well, you said before the fight that you wanted to see him take his game to another level. What didn't he do in this fight that that you felt he could have done and whatnot, and pretty much opened the fight up to being a draw?
Well, like I said again, they've been knowing each other since they were little. And Roach, he stepped up for the cause. He stepped up. You know what I'm saying? And again, Tank history. I always sit there and tell you I don't like knockouts, like punishment. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes things got to happen to make you get back to where you belong at. You know what I'm saying? And that was a good, skillful ass fight. Skillful. Both of them want to take certain chances. Some of them take chances. You know what I'm saying? We seen. It was like we was on a boat and it was just like this, you know. But we thought he could have did more.
Thought he could have did more, and hack off to Lamont Roach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was prepared.
Yeah.
There were shots that he took
Yeah.
that the average person would have went out on, and he took pretty much. Tank was sitting on the uppercut, and he threw it, and he was able to catch some of those uppercuts. So yeah, you got to give him credit.
The Calvin Ford, the longtime trainer of Tank Davis, has always strongly supported him, even during times when he wasn't directly part of Davis's training camp. Before Davis's recent fight against Lamont Roach Jr., Ford showed full confidence in him. He expected Davis to give an excellent performance, believing that he had the skills and mindset to win clearly. However, the fight ended in a majority draw, something that neither Davis nor his team had expected. The match had several unexpected moments, including a controversial incident in the 9th round where Davis took a knee. He said it was because hair grease got in his eyes and affected his vision. The referee didn't count it as a knockdown. After the fight, Ford remained supportive. He acknowledged that there were unexpected challenges during the bout. He also talked about the importance of being strong and learning from tough moments like this. Ford said he still believes in Davis's ability to bounce back and keep rising in the boxing world.
That's why I said that. Yo, you can't write this, man. You cannot write this. My experience being gone, and all the stuff that I went through, preparing me for where I'm at today. You know, that Tank is older. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do, take us the rest of the way. And this is his take us the rest of the way fight.
Calvin. Ford did not help train Tank Davis for his recent fight against Lamont Roach Jr. His absence led to a lot of talk and speculation about a possible split between them. Responding to the rumors, Ford explained that he had been focusing on training amateur boxers, something he finds very meaningful and rewarding. Even though he wasn't in Davis's corner for this fight, Ford still showed full support for his former student. He said he expected Davis to deliver a strong performance. However, the fight ended in a majority draw, an outcome that neither Davis nor his team wanted. This result has made people talk even more about how much Ford's absence may have affected Davis's performance and what it means for Davis's future in boxing.
Best for him. I'm hoping that he do what I need him to do. You know what I'm saying? You see how I asked him, are you ready? You know what I'm saying? Because I need somebody that's going to really push things so I can see different levels of it. This time I had a chance to step back. And everybody keeps saying, they changing up stuff. No, we ain't changed up anything. It's the same thing we always do. You know?
Going into the, the training camp, how was it? Or you said yes, you stepped back a little bit. Well, how was it, splitting the time? How's it going to be splitting the time to
no, this
Saturday
is something
night?
that we do all the time. You know what I'm saying? Right now, y'all know that's all I got to do is speak. Then take out history.
The recent majority draw between Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. has started many conversations among fans about the effects of Davis's separation from his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford. One Twitter user, Jetty General, said, Calvin Ford didn't train GervontaDavis for this fight, so the results show it. Their connection and mindset weren't there. Davis wasn't himself. His head was somewhere else. This comment reflects a growing concern that Davis's performance was affected by Ford's absence. The fight was close, with Davis taking a knee in the 9th round because of an eye issue. The referee didn't count it as a knockdown. Punch. Stats showed that Roach landed more punches overall, but Davis was more accurate. In the end, the judges scored the match a majority draw, meaning Davis kept his WBA lightweight title. The reason for Ford's absence was not clearly explained, which has led to more speculation about possible changes in their professional relationship. Some fans believe that not having Ford's guidance may have been one of the reasons Davis didn't perform as well as expected. As Davis continues his boxing career, many will be watching closely to see how his training situation changes and how that affects his future fights. Calvin Ford has always shown a deep understanding of Tank Davis, not just his boxing, but also his mindset. He knows exactly how to motivate Davis and bring out the best in him in the ring. This strong bond has played a big role in Davis's success over the years. But in this recent fight, Davis looked distracted and not as focused as usual. Without Ford, many observers felt Davis seemed less driven and less engaged. The performance was not at the level fans are used to seeing, showing just how important the Davis-Ford partnership has been in keeping Davis sharp and dominant.
Break in between you guys not being, was there kind of a family fondness where
No, he came to see me. Dad, slow down, I'm worrying about you because, boom, he knows that I spend time with my amateurs. You know me, both of y'all know me very well.
Yeah.
Don't I spend time with my amateurs?
Yeah.
All the time. That's my peace. And he know when I go spend time with my peace, I'm going through things. You know what I'm saying? when he was there, at least I know where he was at. Because it was something that we didn't want to do. It was something that we normally do. Y'all with me? And it was good for us, to tell you the truth, because when I stepped back in the head biggest James, and I haven't been there, it brought back so much memories. When we first started off, and him seeing all us working together, he was happy. And at the end of the day, it's what it's about.
His fight with Lamont Roach Jr., Tank Davis responded to rumors about problems with his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford. He told fans that everything was fine between them. But during the fight, Davis was heard yelling at Ford, which suggested that there might still be some tension between them. Such public outbursts can be a sign that there are unresolved issues between a boxer and his trainer. Even though Davis said there were no problems, his actions during the fight made people think he might still be upset with Ford. This moment has led to even more talk about how stable their partnership really is, and how it might affect Davis's future performances. The relationship between a boxer and trainer is very important. If there's tension, it can hurt the game plan, lower morale, and affect how the boxer performs in the ring. Fans and boxing experts will now be watching closely to see how Davis and Ford's relationship moves forward, and whether they can fix any issues to keep Davis on top in the boxing world.
That question on camera.
What?
I'm talking about family at this point. Because you pulled up with just somebody else. You didn't even pull up with your team you pull up with. We ain't see Calvin. Yeah.
Calvin was there.
Okay.
Calvin was there.
Okay.
I think he came a little late, though. I spoke to him.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
All right, because
I just seen Calvin, too. But that's another thing. Calvin is someone that he's like, when I ain't had no pops, Calvin was the person that you feel me, stepped in them shoes. So no matter if he's not my coach, anything like that, he's always gonna be in my life.
And that's why I said I would have asked that question off camera because I already know. Yeah, sure. So I ain't, but you already cleared it.
Let me explain something to you. Tank don't look at me as coach, he look at me as dad. Mm-hmm. Do it look like his son supposed to be taking care of dad? I don't even feel right. Y'all hear this time? Oh, Tank don't pay his coach. Tank gives me anything I want.
Right.
But I'm a man at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And I'm a hustler.
Right.
Second and foremost, I came from that cloth. You know what I'm saying? He watched me lose my house, my wife, my family. He watched me do it. It's bigger than boxing.
Right.
Boxing is just a web.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.